Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Informed American Podcast. I'm your host, Shelley Meyer, and today we're diving into something that might seem a little dry at first, but it's crucial for understanding how policy impacts millions of Americans. Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill and its effects on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. In this series, I'll be breaking down the bill section by section, using plain language so that all of us can understand the implications. No legal jargon here, just clear explanations of what is really in this bill and how it affects all of us. For this episode, we're starting with section 10001, which focuses on something called the Thrifty Food Plan. Now, what's that? Let's break it down. The Thrifty Food Plan, or TFP, is a calculation by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, can never say that word, or USDA, that determines how much a family of four would need to spend on nutritious and cost-effective meals. It serves as a baseline for how much families can receive through SNAP, the government's program which is designed to help low-income individuals and families afford food. Think of the TFP as the minimum amount it costs to eat healthy on a budget. And with the way prices are right now, they should be going up, not being gutted. Out of the 4 USDA food plans, which also includes low cost, moderate cost, and liberal, the Thrifty Food Plan is the cheapest option. So when the government sets the SNAP benefits levels, they base them on the TFP. Now, let's get into what the Trump administration did with the TFP and how it will affect millions of Americans. As you know, yesterday, July 3rd, the House passed this big, beautiful bill, and the implications of every section of this bill is horrifying. We're gonna start with the food stamp section. What is Trump's plan for the SNAP cuts? Under Trump's administration, there are proposals to reduce SNAP payments, and there aren't just small adjustments. Some bills aim at drastically cutting the program altogether. Even some wanted to remove it altogether. The goal is to trim the spending, which sounds good on paper, but when you start to look at real-world impacts, it's a completely different story. Now, with the SNAP benefits being cut, that extra money is going to, guess who? The billion. And that can be found in the actual bill itself if you read it on Congress.gov. Now, one of the major proposals is to remove the 2021 Thrifty Food Plan update. Why is this important? Because this update was designed to reflect current food costs, nutritional recommendations, and changes in how families eat. Without this update, the amount of money people on SNAP could receive would be severely limited. When the 2021 Thrifty Food Plan update is rolled back, let's say in your county, what will happen? Well, it means the SNAP benefits won't be enough to cover a reasonably priced lunch for a family of 4, or dinner. In practical terms, that means families will either cut back on food, choosing cheaper and less nutritious options, or they will reduce the number of meals they eat. You think that's good for kids? I don't. Here's the kicker. This will hit the most vulnerable the hardest. Children and senior citizens, people who rely the most on SNAP. For them, even a small reduction in benefits could mean having to make impossible choices between food and other essentials, like paying bills and healthcare costs. What the 2018 Farm Bill did this isn't just about Trump's proposals. There's some context to understand here as well. The 2018 Farm Bill, which was passed with bipartisan support during Trump's presidency, required the USDA to reassess the Thrifty Food Plan every 5 years, beginning in 2022. This was a step in the right direction, aiming to ensure that SNAP benefits were actually in line with real-world food prices and nutritional needs. In the 2021, as a result of this process, USDA made an important update to the Thrifty Food Plan that increased SNAP benefits. Not such a terrible thing. This wasn't something the Trump administration had pushed for, obviously. It was part of that bipartisan farm bill. And as you might expect, there were some serious pushbacks from Trump's team, especially because this increase went against the grain of their cuts. And it's not just cuts. It's cuts to send money to the rich. Tax cuts for the rich. The bottom line, what does this all mean? At the end of the day, the Trump administration didn't fundamentally change the Thrifty Food Plan, but they certainly made attempts to cut SNAP benefits through proposals to eliminate the 2021 update. These efforts to reduce funding could have meant much lower benefit levels for millions of Americans who rely on SNAP to get by. Now, some of you on the right are thinking, why don't they just get a job so they can get off SNAP? Well, let's put this into perspective. Many people who receive SNAP benefits are employed full-time. They simply just don't make enough to get by. And at a certain monetary salary level, you're cut off anyway. And that level of salary is somewhere around $35,000 a year. Who can live on that anywhere? So those SNAP benefits are so very important to those people. And taking that away is going to cause a lot of problems for millions of Americans. Keep that in mind. The 2021 update, which was passed as part of the 2018 Farm Bill, it was designed to guarantee that the Thrifty Food Plan considered real-world prices and consumption patterns, making sure people weren't underfed due to outdated calculations. Trump's rollback will mean that low-income families face even more food insecurity. You understand now? Why should we care? Why should you care about something as specific as the Thrifty Food Plan or SNAP benefits? Because this isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about real people. It's about the families who depend on these programs to put food on the table. Reduction in SNAP benefits can lead to hunger, stress, and tough choices for millions of Americans. And when you understand the implications of these policies, you can make more informed decisions about where you stand on issues of food security and government support programs. I strongly, highly suggest that you read the section of this bill. Go to congress.org and read this section. Hell, read the entire thing. I know it's a lot. It's like over 1,000 pages. I've read it. It might change how you feel about what the Trump administration is doing. This bill was passed yesterday, and I'm sickened by it because I've actually read this bill, and it helps no one but his billionaire friend. So that's it for today's breakdown of Section 10001 from Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill. I hope this helps you understand the impact of these proposed cuts and the Thrifty Food Plan and the potential effects on SNAP benefits. They're not potential now. Next week, we'll dive into another section of the bill, 10002. and I'll continue to explain what it all means in terms we can all understand. As always, thank you for tuning in, and be sure to join me next time for more in-depth analysis of the policies shaping our nation. Please subscribe, like, and share, and have a happy and safe 4th of July.